Lost Beach Boy. You know that we know that you show your beauty, it constantly grows. You'll be in my heart with you though. Your smile, that lovely glow. You know what we know that you show. Your beauty, it constantly grows. You'll be in my heart with you though. Your smile, that lovely glow. That you ever thought of me. Cause you're the only thought I need. Baby, if I'm being honest, please don't ever be apart from me. I'm just glad you ever thought of me. Cause you're the only thought I need. Baby, if I'm being honest, please don't ever be apart from me. You know that we know that you show. Your beauty, it constantly grows. You'll be in my heart with you though. Your smile, that lovely glow. You know what we know that you show. Your beauty, it constantly grows. You'll be in my heart with you though. Your smile, that lovely glow. What do I know? Haven't I noticed? Without your love, I lose my focus. What do I know? Haven't I noticed? Without your love, I lose my focus. What do I know? Haven't I noticed? Without your love.
Click the wrong button. The wrong button. Great. That's okay. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. I am ready to start this voice acting lesson with the wonderful Celeste. Aren't following her. Oh, Brycer, dude. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Hunter Base. I think I spelled your name right. It was a smooth slide. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go let her know that I am ready. Thank you for the host as well. Appreciate it. Okay, so seems like something's broken. I still have Vegas open. I need to close Vegas. I was like, why am I dropping frames? Oh, because I have all these applications open I don't need right now. So I'm going to close them. Okay. All right. Well, she's ready. So, hello? 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 Bonjour?
Bonjour.
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 What happened to you? You're gone.
Yeah, what's on from my stream too? Well, you were gone.
I'm here. I'm still there. Can you not see me?
No, you were gone. You left.
What the heck? No, I didn't leave.
Oh,
What?
okay, no, I know. Am I back?
No. Wait, hold on. Let me actually go click the thing. You're not sharing your face rig.
No, am I now?
No.
Oh my gosh. Am I now?
No, did you hit screen share? Did you hit the right button? Celeste. Did you hit the button?
So I
Oh my
see that you are a
gosh.
stinker. I wanted to ask, why saw on your starting soon screen? I'm so confused.
Huh?
Why saw on your starting soon screen?
What? Soya?
Yeah.
That's the current Maverick. It's a thing called it's called Stream Boss. It's something where like it shows like the what it does is it gives a health bar to one of the supporters who uh who support you with like a sub donation whatever, and
So
then
yeah,
as more
you sent
people
you sent
do
for Zero and not from me.
and and as more people continue to do support, they lose health because they have a health bar. And then what happens is when the last person finishes them off, they become the new boss and they get more health. So,
They're literally killing Soya.
well, no, they're not killing her.
They're killing
They're just
her.
kind of like
They're
knocking,
killing Soya.
knocking. Oh my God. Shut up. That's not what's happening. No one's dying, okay?
That's fucked up.
Listen. Do you really think Soya would be defeated that easily? I don't think so. Also, hello everybody. Hello.
So let's see you. Yes, you'll be welcome in heaven. Wait, you already post, so you will not. Also, hello.
Yeah. Hello. I didn't say hello to everybody. Chikato, Ellie, Mr. Up here. I have a few people in my chat.
Because for me, you're still in starting soon.
Am I? I switched to Zero Streams. I switched to my stream screen. Do you not see it? Are you paused? Celeste, I have several questions. Are you okay? Is the first one. Are you gonna survive today?
I'm gonna survive. I'm a little. I don't know. I'm in the clouds.
Well, you just did like a whole tournament and stuff, so
yeah.
Okay, that's okay, Ellie. The VOD will be uploaded.
Of course, you're VIP.
So I have quite a few people in my chat today who are old friends of mine who have done voice acting before. So this is probably not going to be anything new to them.
No, that's spooky.
It's
Don't
fine.
Judge
it's
me,
fine.
Please. Don't judge me, please.
They're not going to judge you. Listen, if anything, they understand because they were at the same point you were at. So,
are you saying I'm a newbie?
You said you're just getting started with this, right? So everybody has to start somewhere.
Fine.
I'm not. Wow, Celeste. Wow.
Wow.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to make things easy for you, and here you go, calling me out on stuff. What's next? What's next? Are you gonna bring up how bad my French was last week?
No.
Because I'm trying, okay?
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I think I saw some of Soya's voice acting on Twitter. It was like a recording. It was good.
So I'm glad you brought up recording because that's going to be one of the main things we talk about today. So today we're going to be talking about voice recording and directing. These are kind of the cornerstones of voice acting. There are lots of people out there who just do not know how to use their microphones, how to record their audio, and how to make themselves, and how they sound. It's super important that these things make sense because not only for you, but for people that you're going to submit stuff to. Most of this obviously talks about today. We're going to be talking about stuff from doing it at home versus doing it in a studio, and how things work, and the importance of why you want to know these skills because you can be the best actor in the world, but if you don't know how to use your microphone, it's going to sound like crap, and you don't want to sound like crap. So, this will go over very basic things. I'm going to go ahead and go to the second slide. Okay.
Nice.
So what we're going to cover today. We'll detail recording. Yes, we're actually going to be doing a voice recording, Jacato, in this stream. And we'll be showing you guys, I'll be showing you guys my setup and how I do things. And we're going to go from there. So what we're going to cover. So proper voice recording. How to properly record yourself when doing voice lines for a project, for someone else, for your own project, things like that. How to direct, because just like regular actors, voice actors need direction. And sometimes, a lot of the times these days, especially people doing it at home, you might be directing yourself. So learning how to do that is also something important we're going to go over. And why proper recording and directing is important. The whole reason for this whole thing, why it's so important to... It's like I said, it's just as important as being able to act and being able to do voices. Because... if you can sound real great doing your voices, but if it's not being recorded great, is what it is. Also, hello, Salt. Recording and directing practice, and yes, like I said, we will be doing practice as part of the stream. We're going to be dubbing a comic, a little short mini comic together, and we're going to do this together. Hi, Mew. You're just in time. We're just getting started. So. Proper voice recording. I provided on this next slide a screenshot of Audacity, just a free, easy to use audio recording software. You can literally use anything except Microsoft Sound. Microsoft Sound, I don't recommend that because it's not very good. The Microsoft Sound Recorder. But there's some people use Goldwave, some people use Audacity, some people use, if you have Adobe, you can use Adobe Audition, which is really good. But I'll mostly be going over Audacity today just because it's free and easy. And we'll get into that soon. Someone has redeemed thigh mode on my stream. So
what is it?
Well, Celeste, just give me 1 second. And oh yeah, I don't even have to do this. I can just now you just see my thighs for 5 minutes. You're welcome, Ricky. You're gonna do it too? Oh my gosh. All right, so oh my god, I see your hair swaying. Oh, and save. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna save, Jacato, but you're welcome. With that
Save
Bob
me
Ross
from horny hell.
No one's redeemed horny Jill yet.
Yummy. Hello.
I'm going to do that. All right, so back to the actual thing at hand. Proper voice recording is very important. Improper recording can lead to undesired results and audio being borderline unusable. I can't tell you how many times I've had these people who are, voice acting for years. They're professionals, like they know what they're doing. They send me their audio and it's complete garbage. And I have to go, you need to do this again. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, it sounds like you recorded it in a toilet paper tube. Like people,
yeah.
One of my closest friends, love him or hate him, my buddy Brandon, who we talked about last time we did one of these. Great dude, didn't know how to use his microphone for a long time. And he has a really good microphone. So I would ask him, I'm like, you need to do this again. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, it sounds like garbage. Record it again. So learning how to use your microphone is important. So just a couple of easy tips. If you're using a professional microphone, USB or whatnot, some of you might be able to hear how clear my voice is. My microphone is 2 inches, or not 2 inches, sorry. What is that? Like, I'm going to do centimeters. About 20 to 30 centimeters away from my face. That's a good length for regular speaking. If you're doing yelling, you might want to pull it away even further. So I'm going to pull it away maybe about, okay, so I've got it about maybe, sorry, I got to lock this, maybe 40 to 50 centimeters away. So if I talk louder, it's not as in your face. That back. And I think another thing I want to mention: a lot of people have like desk mic stands. Those are fine, but they're not very adjustable. I mean the ones that are just sit on your desk where the mic just sits up. Getting an adjustable mic stand, like for example, I'm using a music stand for my microphone, makes a world of difference. I'm not yelling at you, Yuki, specifically. You actually listened to me and got a proper mic mount. True story. I yelled at Yuki for her. She had this really nice microphone and she put it behind her keyboard. I was like, like, why? He's like, well, I can't position it anywhere else on my desk. I'm like, get a mic stand. And, to her credit, she went and got a mic stand. It was a really good one. So, but yeah, mic stand, you can go to a music store and get them for cheap. There's a microphone kit you can order online. I think it's on Amazon. It's like $20
There's
or
a lot
something.
of microphone kits on Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, there's one that's like $20. It's basically, it gives you a fully controllable microphone arm to put your microphone on. It gives you like a pop filter. It gives you like a shock mount. All these things, by the way, are things that help prevent things from outside influences. Like without a pop filter, your P's and your F's are going to be all, or your S's are going to be all popping, and you don't want that. Sorry if I just triggered anybody, by the way, with that. But shock mount's good so that if you move your mic, you don't hear that shit. But I don't have a shock mount because this mic's too small for one. My other mic will be getting one. As Jacato said, yes. My defense, behind is still the only available on surface desk real estate that hey man, that's okay. I mean, you use what you have to. A big tip that I think a lot of people don't understand: turn your mic gain down. When you're recording audio, you should not be at 100% mic input. You should be at like 20 to 25%. And the reason for this is if you do have something where you have to yell and it peaks, it's a lot easier to fix when there's quieter audio than it is if it's full blast. The way I always put it is, you can always make quieter audio sound louder, but it's hard to make louder audio sound quieter and not have it sound distorted. So, thigh mode is over. I'm going to move myself back down. I see you already took the... Oh, and I hit the wrong button, of course. You already took the initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Am I positioned correctly? I think... Whoa, you're super big on my screen.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Better like this?
Oh, you're too big. No, Celeste, no, you're too big. Oh god, you Gigantamaxed.
Wait, I'll do it. I cannot. What's happening?
Did you break yourself?
Okay.
There you go. There we go. That's a regular size Celeste. That's the kind I like to see. I need to move myself over a little bit. I just realized. Okay. Perfect.
Can
I what?
What? What are you doing?
I nuzzled you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yes, microphone input. Turn that shit down. Because quieter it is, the easier it is to fix. Of course, don't put it on like 2%. That's kind of low. I always say that like 20 to 25% is good for microphone input. That's just a rule I have, not just for voice acting, for any recording I do, except streaming. But that's a whole different universe. Move away from your mic when yelling. Don't do your yells right in front of the microphone at the same distance you do talking, because it's going to come off loud and peaky. Recording in mono. This is something that I think a lot of people don't understand. Almost everyone I talk to who sends me voiceover audio sent it to me in stereo. And some of you might be saying, well, stereo is better, right? Well, not necessarily. Stereo is good if you're doing ASMR, because if you have a microphone that supports it, then you want to have that left and right balance. Whereas if you're just recording voiceover for somebody, if you record in stereo, you're making your file size twice the size, and you're causing potential for there to be issues. So those issues doesn't mean those issues can't be fixed, because I've had to fix stuff like that before, but it just is easier to put your microphone in mono than it is to stereo. So, and I'll show how to do all this in Audacity in a moment when we go over that part. And then, because if somebody sends me like a huge audio file, I know they recorded it in stereo. It's not necessary. You're just wasting space on your computer, and you're making it harder for you to get the files over to people. So unless you're being strictly told to record in stereo, just record in mono. Save many versions. I can't stress how important this is. One thing I do when I do voice acting for somebody else's project is I save my original raw audio. I then master it myself, and then I have a version where I put it through compression. I give those 3 files to whoever I do projects for, so that way they have a choice. Do they want to do the cleanup on my audio, or do they want my version of the cleanup on the audio? And do they want to compare it? Having just the final version doesn't give the person working on the project much to work with, and can be frustrating and might require you to have to re-record. So I say to most people, save yourself some headache. Just save every version you got. First recording, raw recording, you didn't do any enhancements, save it. Want to do some cleanup, remove background noise, all that fun stuff, save that as a separate file. You recorded your audio where your left audio is louder for some reason. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Chicago, when people record in stereo. And then if you can, make it uncompressed. So I like to work with WAV files, which are kind of big, but MP3s work fine too. The only difference with MP3s is that they're more compressed, and if you save them anything under 192 kilobits per second, they sound tinny. 50 versions of the same line. Yeah, Jakarta, you know what? You joke about that, but I appreciate that. I appreciate when people give me lots to work with. So anyways, formats. It's like I said, I like WAV, but a lot of people prefer MP3 because MP3s are small. Just if you're going to save MP3, don't make it less than 192 kilobits per second, because if you're doing less than that, it's going to sound tinny and it's not going to sound good. Again, you can have a really good microphone, but if you're saving it at 64 kilobits per second, it's going to sound like it's on dial-up anyways. So you're wasting your potential there. So that's basics for that. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do, and I'm going to share my screen here in a second. Well, I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do it in a little bit. But I'm going to show when we go to do proper recording on my stream how to set Audacity up. What was that?
I'm gonna stream your stream.
You're just gonna stream my stream. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna move on to the next slide, because we're gonna talk about how to direct. By the way, do you have any questions so far about what we've talked about so far, Celeste?
No. I'm used to recording, so.
So you're probably good. Probably this is all just like no does for you.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is also people watching. I wanted to make sure they understood, because a lot of people just don't know. Like I said, I know very many professionals who have been doing voice acting for 10 plus years. They still don't know how to record their audio the way I like. So, it's very surprising. Directing. How to direct. So just like live action actors, voice actors need direction. Learning good directing is an important skill, as many times you will need to be your own director. It's in most projects that I do, someone is not there directing me. What will happen is I will give them files, and if they want changes, they will tell me after the fact. That's going to be for a lot of stuff online. Today, though, I'm going to be directing you when we do our voiceover.
Yes.
So you can get an idea of how directing works.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is because learning to direct yourself is very important, because then you know what you're going to give. So just some easy tips for doing that. Learn how your voice sounds. Obviously, if you're practicing doing voice acting and doing different voices, you already are pretty probably familiar with your voice. But what a lot of people don't do is they'll record their audio and they won't listen to it. So after you record your audio, listen back to it. Listen to how you sound. Listen to how you said something, because the way you thought you said it is not always the way it was recorded. Do more takes than you think you'll ever need. One thing I like to say is I'd like another take for safety when I direct someone. And the reason for that is because even though at the time that I record them or they're recording, I like the first 2 takes or I like whatever takes they did, there's always a potential that I'm going to not like it later. So doing as many as possible. Now, you don't need to be Stanley Kubrick and ask somebody to do something 62 times. But, taking 4 or 5 takes of the same line, that gives you so much more to work with. And when directing others, try your best to display what you are looking for, including... Let me try that again. Just display what you are looking for, including acting out things on your own. So what's nice about a lot of voice directors is they're also voice actors, so they know how it works. So if somebody gives me a line and I don't like the way it's said, I'm like, no, do it more like this, and then I can do the way I want it to sound, even if I can't do the same voice that they do. It gives them a lot more to work with, and it makes the person understand, oh, you want it done like this. I was doing it this way, and you want it more like this kind of thing, and it helps mold the idea. With voice acting over the internet, a lot of the times I'm not directing people directly if I'm getting them to do stuff for me for a project. So they'll send me their audio, and if I don't like it or I want it done a different way, I'll record myself doing the same line and said, do it more like this. And then they're like, okay, you want it like that. Same thing with listening to your own audio. If you did it a certain way and you're like, I don't like the way I did that, I could do it a different way. Get you used to what you're dealing with. Because if you could direct yourself, you can direct other people. And again, we're going to go over that today. Oh, excuse me. I'm glad I grabbed water. We're gonna need that.
When we're gonna record, I'll have to
We'll take a quick break before we record so we can freshen up. Like, I'm halfway through this water bottle. I'm gonna have to get more water. All right. So I'm gonna move on to the next slide, unless you have any questions about directing.
Nope.
Okay. Why proper recording and directing is important? Okay, it's important, Zero, not is important, but don't worry about that part. I'm not good at French, I'm not good at English. Oh my gosh. All right, anyways. Knowing proper recording will make it easier to work with your audio, which we went over. Avoid issues such as peaking and blowout. And again, peaking is not going to make much sense right now, but like it's when your microphone gets to the maximum loudness when you're saying something and it starts crackling or becoming distorted. Blowout is when it just cuts out when you're doing a loud line, which also is not good. So some of the stuff we went over today will prevent that. Knowing proper directing helps you better understand the character and motivation. It helps you. Directors have to very much get into the characters that their actors are doing. So being able to understand that on the same level will make things easier for the person you're trying to direct. And in the case, like I said, with voice acting, most voice directors are also voice actors, so they know how to do acting. Helps mold the process of acting, because that's the thing about acting is it's very much a collaborative effort. As much as it requires the actor to do something, it also requires many other people to make that performance come to life. Whether that be the director, the audio engineer, the video editor, all those people are involved in the process of making that become something. It can help you understand what you sound like and how it is going to be heard. This is why you don't do these slides, a couple hours before you stream, because you make spelling mistakes and you don't realize it until you're streaming and you look like an idiot. Thank you, me. But yes, helping understand what you sound like and how it's going to be heard really make a difference. So please, if you record something, listen back to it. Listen to what you record. It makes all the difference. And TI, Texas Instruments, man, they must pay high. Oh my God, shut up, Yuki. All right. And any questions about this stuff?
No, that
No?
like your advices are very similar between singing and voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Well,
are really
singing.
advices that I would give to someone who wants to start singing.
Well, singing and voice acting kind of go hand in hand because you both have to use
Mm.
your voice, your throat, and your diaphragm for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Not to call him out, but Esquioto the other day, I gave some advice for singing, and I explained sing with your diaphragm. He's like, I don't know what that means, so I tried to explain to him what it means, but
Mm.
he's getting there.
Yeah. I heard some recordings. It's good.
Yeah, he's a fairly good singer, and he doesn't give himself enough credit.
Yeah.
Esquioto, if you're out there, give yourself more credit.
Or else I bonk you.
All right. So, voice recording and directing practice. So, we're about to do Dove of a Seed. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get some water, and then we're going to come
Wait,
back.
aren't you gonna show Audacity?
Sorry, what was that?
Aren't you gonna show Audacity?
One more time.
Oh my god! Aren't you gonna show Audacity?
Audacity. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Yes, I will be. When we come back, I'm going to show it. So,
Okay.
we're going to take a quick break. Everybody go get some water. Everybody go get your chair comfortable. Maybe I'd say get a snack, but this is really like going to be something where you might want to do it with us. So, we'll be right back in about 5-ish minutes. Say that's enough time?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go to my BRB screen and we'll see y'all in a moment. And
BRB.
Yeah, and I'm going to mute chat for a second. All right.
Face first, you're falling in. Got some scars on your chin. Face first, scratches on your skin, yeah. Face first, you're falling in. Got some scars on your chin. Face first, scratches on your skin. It's Thursday night, yeah, you're all alone. Your drugs are gone, yeah, you're really stoned. You got some fog dancing through your head. Yeah, you feel alive, but you're already dead. Face first, you're falling in. Got some scars on your chin. Face first, scratches on your skin, yeah. Face first, you're falling in. Got some scars on your chin. Face first, scratches on your skin, yeah. The party's loud, the bass is hard. Teens are kissing in your front yard. Yeah, face first, you're falling in. Got some scars on your skin, yeah. Face first, scratches on your skin, yeah. Face first, scratches on your skin, on your skin, yeah. Face first, you're falling in. Got some scars on your skin, on your skin, yeah. Face first, scratches on your skin, on your skin, yeah. far away. Yeah, you feel alive, but you're already dead.
Back and in record time. All right. I'm back.
I'm back.
Ah,
Ah,
we're both back. Ah,
ah,
don't say it like that.
ah. What?
Ah.
Ah.
All right. So, for the sake of the next bit of this, I'm going to switch my microphone to everybody to my headset mic so that I can use my main microphone for recording.
Okay.
So, my audio is going to sound not as good.
Mm,
Can you hear my headset?
yeah, I do.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to minimize that. So here's my desktop. It's a mess. Let me go ahead and open up Audacity.
Oh wait, you restarted the stream?
Yeah, I'm still going.
Oh yeah. I have Audition, so I'm gonna open it.
Adobe Audition. Okay, yeah. Audition's actually really good.
Yes.
I should use it more because I have Adobe Audition, but I'm just so used to Audacity that, and it's just for easy use for people who don't have it. This will be something that they can get. So again, guys, Audacity is a free program. If you just Google Audacity, you'll find it. I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen.
Also, welcome back.
Yes, welcome back.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, this is Audacity. This is a fairly simple to use audio recording program.
Oh.
It's free. It's easy to use. You can save in many different formats, and it also has a lot of effects work you can do, like removing background noise and other things. So, I've got my main microphone, my Samson Meteor, set as my recording microphone. This section up here, if you're using Audacity, just make sure you've got the proper microphone selected. And then, as you can see right beside it, I have a section that says how I want to record it. So by default, it's going to say stereo. So I have mine recording in mono, and I'll show you why. So I'm going to record this first bit in stereo, but we'll do that in a second. Now, over here, your microphone and speaker input or an output. So right now my microphone's at 85%. That's what I leave my professional microphone on for streaming. I'm going to turn this down to at 25%. And I'm going to show you a stereo recording. So this is how I record in Audacity. As you can see, there's 2 tracks there. It's the exact same thing. And that's how the basic Audacity is set up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and switch that over to mono. Is my tracking not working that great? Hold on. I think
It is working.
my mouth is not tracking. Oh, is it still trying to track? Hold on. Give me 1 second here. You can hear me okay still, right?
Yeah.
Chat, you can hear me too, right? That's why. Okay. Broadcast. There we go. That's what I want. Oh, okay, that's better. Okay, fixed it. Okay, so now that I'm going to switch this over to mono, and I'm going to hit record. And as you guys can see, it's one audio track now that I'm recording. So this is just going to be a test. Zip, zap, zoobity bop. I'm doing audio. Yada, 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 yada. I'm going to stop. So if you guys remembered, I like to save multiple versions of my audio. So I'm going to save this as the raw one. So I'm going to go ahead and go to File at the top of the screen, Save Project As. It's going to say, yep, it's going to tell you this is an Audacity project. This is not an audio file. For audio file that will open other apps, use export, which we will do in a moment. So I'm going to go ahead and save this as lesson test raw. So I know it's the raw audio. Or just lesson test. We're saving the project. So save the project. Now you want to make a copy of it. So you go to File, Export. And I'm going to export as WAV because that's what I use. I'm going to say this as lesson test raw. So I have a raw copy of my audio, and it also gives you this meta tags information, which this doesn't matter. You can just hit OK on this. So now I have a copy of my audio. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing editing with it. So here's a couple of easy things you can do to make your audio sound better. First and foremost, as you might all know or be able to see, this waveform's kind of tiny because I recorded it at 25% volume. Well, there's a way to make that bigger. So if you select everything, which I just put my cursor on the screen, hit Control and A, because that's select all, you can go to Effect and Normalize. And then it will by default be set to a -1 dB peak, which is what you want. Okay, bam, now I've got waveforms. But this creates a new problem. As you guys are about to find out here, as you can see, there's background noise. As is very noisy. So another trick you can do is select a section where there's just background noise. So here, for example, you can play it back. You go to Effect, Noise Reduction, and then click this Get Noise Profile thing. And that will basically just say, take this section and remove, and let's isolate this section. So you do that. Then you go back to the start and select all again. Go to the same effect, noise reduction, and then this time it will remove that from the audio. So I'm going to hit a quick preview to see what it sounds like with that taken out. And as you guys can see, it's one audio track now that I'm recording. Sounds pretty clean. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And I don't know if you guys can see, but all those fuzzies that I had in between my waveforms, they're gone. And that is easy noise removal. Now, this is all great, but as you can see, this section tends to be louder than this section, and this section is louder than this section. So you could go by all of these and just select them and go Effect, Normalize, and do it for every single one, but that takes time. So what you can do instead is in Audacity, there's an effect called Compressor. So you hit Effect, and then you hit Compressor. And these settings are ones that I've custom made for my audio. You can fiddle around with this all you want, but I will be dropping I can drop a link to these settings if you guys want to see them, because I've taken screenshots of all this stuff. Anyways, this is what I have my settings set to. I hit OK. Now all my audio is pretty even across the board. Of course, now some of it's peaking, but what you can do is just go to Effect and Normalize again, and it fixes that. And again, new problem, because now we got more background noise because we made it bigger. Same thing, Effect, Noise Reduction, get Noise Profile, select the whole thing, Effect, Noise Reduction, hit OK. There we go. And that is the easiest way to compress your audio and make it sound better. You don't have to do this part of it. This is something I personally do, so that when I give my audio to people, they have options. I'll send them the raw one, of course, that I did, and then I'll send them this version that I've edited. So if they're like, I like the way you edited it better, I'm going to use that, they'll do that. Or I want to do the editing on your audio myself, then it gives them options. So I know I went a little fast on that. Are there any questions from anybody? Celeste?
I am Gucci.
You're Gucci? Okay. Do you kind of understand what I was showing?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
I mean, before Audition, I used to use Audacity.
Okay. Audition's going to have similar stuff to this. I'm just showing the Audacity way of doing it. I think Audition actually has voice mastering stuff in it too, which is even better.
Yeah.
So you can make your audio sound even better. But this is like the quick and dirty, easy, poor man's way of making your audio sound good. So that being said, there's the crash course in Audacity and how to record and make your stuff sound good. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and export this like I did before. I'm going to save this as lesson test edit. And then later, we're going to go over how they sound different. But now is the real thing. Now we're going to do a scene. You okay over there?
Yes, a little bit nervous.
A little bit nervous? It's okay to be nervous. And don't worry, I will be helping you. So we're going to do a scene from the webtoon comic Stalker X Stalker by Merriweather.
Yes.
And we're probably going to do a few of these. I'm also going to, after this stream, probably within a couple of days, I'm going to edit this and put it together as a video so that y'all can watch the fruits of our labor. So for this one, Celeste is going to be Junko. I am going to be the boy. I forget his name. Yukio. So for this particular comic, we're going to need a loving yandere voice. You think you can do that?
I think I'm pretty good at it.
Think you're pretty good at it?
It's my specialty.
It's your specialty, yeah?
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the first panel. When you're ready, go ahead and open up your audio recording software. And we're going to do a couple takes of the first line. And then I'm going to get you to do, how it's going to work is you're going to do a take, and then I'm going to tell you how it sounds, and we'll do another take, and then we'll go until we're both happy. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Do you have an idea of what voice you want to do?
Wait, let me stop my music. It's bothering me. I think, like, as a yandere, she should kind of sound like, I don't know. She sounds like kind of smiley, kind of like horny voice, you know?
Kind of horny voice?
I don't know how to describe
Well, Celeste, we know you all know about that.
Shut the fuck up. Kind of horny, like, I love him. You know.
I think for the first one, I would make it more subtle. Like I love him. And then when we get to this one, this is when you can go crazy. But we'll start with the first line first. So go ahead and get your audio recording software open, and let me know when you're recording.
It is open. Yes.
Okay. You're recording?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Stalker, take 1, line 1.
Okay. No, wait. My microphone is too low. I'm nervous. Help.
It's okay. It's okay. Everybody, let's get some head pats in the chat for Celeste to help her.
I had something like, I love him. Right?
Okay, that's good. Try to make it slightly more sensual.
I love him.
That's good. That's good. Let's do another version of that for the third take.
Okay. I love him.
That's good. That's good. Can you try doing one like this? I love him.
I love him.
That's good. That's good. Do one more of those for me, please.
I love him.
All right, good. Now we have 5 different takes to choose from. So if you want to keep doing the same recording clip, you can, or if you want to stop this recording, save it, and then we'll do another one. It's up to you.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, let me know when you're ready, and we'll move on to the next line.
All right. Let me save it. All
Which is
right.
literally just the same thing over and over again. And I think what we'll do for this one is we'll start it off subtle and then just have it get creepier and more energized.
Okay.
So you can start off with a I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him. Just get creepier and creepier. And maybe get faster as you go on too.
Okay. I got this. You got this, Celeste.
You got it, Celeste. I believe in you.
I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. Something like that.
Perfect. I like that. That's great. Let's do a second take for safety.
I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him.
You are too good at this yandere voice.
You know, it's a habit.
Oh my god, the next line is great.
Oh my gosh.
Yukio, if anyone else looks at you, I'll kill them. You're mine. That's how I would do it anyways.
Okay. Yukio, if looks at you, I'll kill them. You're mine. Something like that.
Yeah, let's do another one. Let's make it slightly more, when we get to the part when you're like, I'll kill them, make it sound more murderous.
Okay. Yukio, if anyone else looks at you, I'll kill them. You're mine.
Okay, that's good. When you get to I'll kill them, can you do like a lower voice, like I'll kill them, like something like dangerous? You want to sound dangerous.
Okay. Yukio, if anyone else looks at you, I'll kill them. You're mine.
That's good. That's good. Let's do one more take of that.
Okay. Yukio, if anyone else looks at you, I'll kill them. You're mine.
That's good. That's fantastic. All right. Now it's my turn.
Yay!
All right. So this is not going to sound the best because you guys are going to hear my headset, because if I use my actual mic, you guys aren't going to be able to hear me. So I'm going to go ahead and start recording. And this time, Celeste, you're going to be the one to direct me. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Sorry. Okay. All right. I'm going to get some water. Take 1. Junko, you're so cute. I love you. How's that?
Oh, that's good.
Do you want me to change anything?
Can you make like you're so cute a little crazy hair?
Okay, sure. Like a, you're so cute. Like something like
Yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah.
All right, here we go. Take 2. Junko, you're so cute. I love you.
Yes. I
All
like
right.
it.
I'm going to do another take for safety. Junko, you're so cute. I love you.
Read me, Daddy.
Good.
You like it?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. Oh, just real quick. By the way, Score and Go, thank you for the raid. If we have a mod in chat, can you please give him a shout out? So one other tip that I'm going to show you guys, since I'm still recording my screen. When you're done recording your audio, give yourself 5 to 10 seconds of silence so that you can use that as noise removal. So I'm going to be quiet for the next 10 seconds. So I just gave myself this whole area that I can use for noise removal. That's just a little tip from me to all y'all. It just makes it a lot easier to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, just like I did before, as SSXS 1 Yukio lines. Bam. There we go. So I saved it. I'm going to export as a wave. And I'm going to put raw on this because it's raw lines. I'm going to quickly do a quick edit to show you guys what the sound difference is. So let's see.
Okay, sure. Like a, you're so cute.
There we go. So bear with me for just a second while I do this. Okay. See all this like space I have now, guys? See all the space I have for noise removal? So you can do. Also, Score and Go is another voice actor friend. So this is probably going to be no shit for him. Really good guy. He's one of the most handsomest boys I know. And he's also a professional voice actor, just like I am. I think he actually does more professional work than I do. So he's on a higher level, you could say, a higher plane. Though I'm just feeding his ego right now. So Score and Go, thank you for the raid. I hope your stream went well. Okay, so let's go ahead and normalize that. And I'm going to do a second compressor, which you can do sometimes. All right, so I'm going to remove the background noise from this here. Now, there's also another thing that I do. I do some post-processing stuff that I can show you guys what I do, but you're not going to, that's subjective. Everybody's going to do that differently. Post-processing, by the way, just as I didn't explain, is when you take the audio and you make adjustments after you've already recorded it and done cleanup. I do it in my editing software, my video editing software, and I'll show you guys. But the way I do it's very different from the way other people do it. But it works for me, so that's the way I do it. It's also another quick and dirty method. So only recommended if you really want to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start listening to part of this here. So I'm going to listen to the first take I did. Well, first off, I'm going to fix that. I'm actually going to do some micro editing real quick. You guys are going to see how I do audio editing. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to make this probably louder too. I'm just doing this very quickly just to show the point, but let's see how this sounds. Let's see.
Okay, sure. Like a, you're so cute.
Yeah, geez, that sounds really good. So I'm going to play the last take I did.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop this.
See how this sounds.
Just real quick. By the way, Score and Go, thank you for the raid.
Wrong spot.
All right. I'm going to do another take for safety.
Here we go.
Junko, you're so cute. I love you.
Oh my god, that sounds creepy. I've never sounded so creepy. Celeste, what have you done to me?
Yonder is.
Yonder is.
Yeah.
I like the way that sounds, so I'm going to save this as...
Oh, Mia.
Wait. Not open. I want to save it. Oops. That's why. Bam. Oh. Hit the wrong button. This is my life. I hit the wrong buttons all the time. I never press the right buttons. All right, so that's recording. Does anybody have any questions in the chat? Is there anything you want clarification on, Celeste?
No, I just
No?
read Ariane. Their voice is surprisingly good, which is scary.
Well, I'm not surprised when it's you because I know you have a kind of a yandere personality sometimes.
Come on, what are you talking about?
I'm awaiting the day you come into my DMs and be like, if you stream with anybody else, I'll kill you. I'll be like, okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead now and open up Vegas and show you guys how I do audio. How I do audio. No, I don't want to open this project. Come on, Vegas, don't do this. Yes, I'd like to cancel the operation. Okay. Yes, I want to cancel the operation. I swear to God. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up that audio I just recorded and edited. And we're going to open it up in Vegas. Shimmies away in fear. Ricky. Okay, well, that changed my view, so I'm going to go ahead and go to default layout on that. What? Why is all this stuff? Okay. Well, my video editing software is acting funky. That's fun. Let me just open up another project and see what happens. Yeah, this is not looking the way it should. Okay, so window layout, organize layouts. Sorry, folks, just give me a second here to fix this. Vegas 14 default. Aha, that's what I want.
God, my internet is poo-poo.
Is your internet giving you issues?
Yeah, I wanted to watch you, but I could not.
Okay. So. Well, this next part isn't really going to apply to you unless you have Sony Vegas, so don't worry about it. This is just an example of how I do my audio mastering.
Mm.
And by the way, you don't have to use Sony Vegas. Sony Vegas is what I use because it's my editing software of choice. I've used it for years. I actually just recently upgraded to the newest version, but I haven't installed it yet. So, all right. So my audio is in Vegas, and one thing that I usually tend to do is first off is I right click, I go to properties, hit that normalize button, because if it says anything above -1 dB, I don't normalize. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down. The reason I do that is because if there was any additional peaking that was made from the file after saving it, because that can happen, this will kind of eliminate that. So I use a thing that I like to call soda compression. Now, it's not going to... Why don't I have my effects? There we go, effects. So in the effect pane, I have this thing that I call soda compression. These are just some settings that I use to make the audio sound more studio-like. This is something that you don't need to do with high-grade professional microphones, such as things like the Shure SM7B, other professional recording mics. Basically, any microphone that's in the $500 and up range, you don't need to do this because these mics come with built-in studio compression. But this is something that I do to give that sound. So just to give an example, I'm going to go to one of the lines here. I'm going to turn the compression off for a second. and play one of the lines. So let's see, where's the last line I recorded? This one right here. So
Junko, you're so cute. I love you.
it sounds okay, but it sounds really tinny. If I turn this on,
Junko, you're so cute. I love you.
it sounds a lot more clean and clear. Again, this is totally optional, this part, guys. You don't need to do this. This is something I do because I'm a bit of a quality whore. So I like having things sound really, really clean and a lot better than they should. So this will work for other things too, such as singing. I do this for my singing videos too. So just an extra thing you want to do if you're going to be editing your own stuff. If you're not editing your own stuff, by the way, if you're just like, I want to be an actor for other people's projects, you don't even have to worry about this part. This is extra. This is just something I'm showing off because I can. So, and when I edit the actual finished video, I'm going to be using this on both of our audio to make it sound just that extra bit, like even better. So,
Like, mwah.
mwah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying. So, with all that being said, with all of this being said,
Yes.
that's my presentation today. Now, I'm going to open this up to anybody who has questions about the recording and directing process in the chat. I'm going to open this up to anybody who has who wants clarification on anything. This goes for both my chat and Celeste's chat. Celeste will just get you to give me any questions that pop up, and I'll put them out. Also, by the way, if those of you in Celeste's chat are French, you can ask your questions in French. I'm just not going to be able to read it. Celeste is going to have to translate it for me. So, but before we get to that, is there anything you would like clarification on, Celeste, since you're the one doing the voice recording today and doing the learning primarily? Anything that you would like to know?
No. I
Nothing?
think that was very clear.
You're very clear? Okay.
You're a good
So-
teacher.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
That makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I try. I hope that I'm helping.
Yeah, you're helping.
Do you feel like you have a better understanding of things?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So I'm okay. So I'm doing my job. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very informational and taught me more than drama class could. Well, see, here's the thing. Drama class is more about live acting. This is more about today was less about the acting, more about the process of getting to that spot. Because again, the reason I wanted to do this as the next lesson is because I feel like a lot of people get tripped up by the recording process. Like I said, I know professionals who've been doing this for 10 plus years and they still don't know how to record with their microphones, because a lot of the times they go to a studio and somebody else takes care of that for them. They don't do it themselves. So it especially in the way things are in the world right now, recording from home is happening for a lot of people, even professionals. What's a good example that I thought of? Part 5 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind. It was the dub of that was done almost completely at home.
Really?
So for example, like one of the things that I learned was the famous part in JoJo's Part 5, known as the 7-page Muda, which is 7 pages in the manga of just Giorno yelling Muda, 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 Muda over and over again.
Mm.
They did that scene at home, and you can kind of tell if you have a good enough ear for it.
Let's do voice only stuff through compared to live acting portion is way more prominent than process. The ideas behind voice acting and recording. That's the other thing too. I'm glad that you brought that up, Ricky. Filming or stage acting is done very much. A lot of it's done on the fly. There is a thing such as ADR, or automatic dialogue replacement, which the actor has to come back in and re-record their lines. So a lot of famous movies do it, but Star Wars, for example, almost everything is ADR because there's so much noise when they're filming that they can't use the built-in track. But like, say, a more quieter film like Marriage Story, a lot of the times they're not re-recording their audio; they're using the on-set audio. And I don't know if any of you have tried to do voiceovers for your own audio, for your own live acting, because I have before. Also, thank you, Churny Beats, for the follow. Welcome to the Hunter Base. But basically, doing live acting and then doing voiceover for it afterwards is actually really tough, because when you're acting with your whole body. When you're voice acting, you're doing all that acting in your throat and your voice and your diaphragm. So it's very easy to get lost in that. I've had to voice over my own stuff before because I had recorded something that was really windy, and the audio was just unusable. It's tough to get back into that mindset. It's tough because I was in, okay, I'm voice acting now. No. Voice acting over live action stuff is difficult. That's probably one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do that I've ever had to do as a voice actor. So, but no, it is something that most people don't have to deal with these days, because most on-set microphones are pretty good now. When you see people do live shows, they use the clip-on microphones, stuff like that. There's a lot of technology that makes that easier. So the recording process sometimes isn't even thought of during film working, but voice actors have to learn how to do a lot of this stuff by themselves. They have to learn how to make themselves sound good, how to make their voices, how to make the audio work, how to do minor editing. It's a lot. And for a lot of people, they get intimidated by it. And that's why I want to do these lessons, to try to show it's actually not that difficult to do this stuff. It just seems like a lot of work. So I hope but anybody watching this is now be like, okay, that's not so bad. That's not as bad as I thought it was. Because literally voice acting is one of the easiest ways to get into acting. It's super easy. All you need is a microphone and a computer. If you have those two things, you can become a voice actor. Again, like I said before, there are many actors I know who are great at acting, but not great at doing different voices. I'm kind of in the middle. I am great at doing some voices, but you could definitely tell it's me in a lot of my work. So I make up for a lot of that with acting. So don't feel discouraged about how you sound. One of the most popular online voice actors I know is my pal Izzy, which some of you guys might know him through the project, a little project called, let's see, what is it called? I don't know if you guys have heard of it, Sword Art Online Abridged. He's the voice of Kirito in that. When he started voice acting, he was very insecure about his voice. He's very insecure about the type of voices he could do. And I think the first piece of advice I gave him was, yes, I think that's his username, is Reverty. I don't really know what he uses now, but I know him as Izzy. First piece of advice I gave him is like, don't worry about how your voice sounds. Worry about how you're going to do the line. Worry about how you're going to do the scene. The range will come. And even if you don't have that great a range, use what you got. Use those acting chops. If there's somebody who can do 1,000 voices like Jim Cummings or someone like that who does literally a man of 1,000 voices, they have a talent where they can change their voice to do almost whatever they want. So if you don't have that talent, become a better actor. Become better at doing the acting part of it, because people take notice of that. Again, Jesse Nowak, aka Nowacking, you can tell anything he's in, it's him. But the way he does his acting is the thing that's the key. So even if you're insecure, be like, I can't do any voices. I don't like the way my voice sounds. My voice sounds kind of generic. Hey, you can change that up. Oh my God, Celeste, what happened?
What happened?
You're a block.
What?
You're a block.
I'm a block?
You're just the your stream has ended screen on Discord.
Oh no.
She's back.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Thank
again,
you for having me. That was a good class.
yes. I hope. My hope is that it is making you more confident in voice acting.
Yeah.
And I want to. I don't really have homework planned, but like, what I would say is, when you have time, see if there's any projects that are looking for people and try to audition for them. Now that you know how to record your audio and now you know how to direct, you've already got all the skills you need to go out there and try to try to get into some projects. Like, for example, there's one that I was shared for a animation project that I'm going to recommend you do. I'm going to be applying for it too because they need male voices, but let me just find it here. It is for anybody ever heard of Rebel Taxi?
Nope.
He's like a YouTube animator. I'm going to share this in chat, and I'm going to share this to you. Ah, you already sent me your lines. Sweet, thank you.
Yes.
So this project is one where they're looking for voices, and it's open to anybody. So if you guys want to try it, get out there and try it. Also, just another quick thing. I get asked all the time by friends of mine in the voice acting and abridged communities, hey, do you know any voice actresses? Because for some reason, voice actresses are in low supply and high demand. So I may start sending you links, Celeste, to projects that I think, hey, you'd be good for this.
Sure.
And then if you want to do it, you can. If you don't, no pressure. But it's a question I get asked all the time. They're like, hey, I need to do this parody, but I have no voice actresses. Do you know any? And I'm like, well, let me check my list. And I'm going to specifically, I think, go through the ones that people have sent me recently and say, this one would be good for Celeste, and send that to you. And then there you go. That's
that'd be nice.
A bridge series are free acting practice, is what I say to people, because it doesn't matter how bad you think you've done, no one's going to care because it's comedy. So I look back at my old stuff and I cannot believe how bad my acting was. I cannot believe how terrible it was. And I just cringe and I go, I don't want to look at that. But it's good practice because it taught me the basics of acting without having to embarrass myself in actual projects, like real projects. So, and I'm not saying you're bad. You're actually doing very well from what I've heard. But if you're ever like, I want to get some more practice before I do like professional gigs or paid gigs, a bridge series, easy stuff. It's easy. So, so who did the voice acting again? Oh, we're talking about Izzy. I think it's from Studio, not Studio Limit Break. It's I might be mixing people's names up, but it's the guy who voices Kirito in Sword Art Online Abridged. That guy. Good friend of mine. Used to be very insecure about his voice, but now he's like one of the top parody, actors out there. So it just goes to show you can come from almost nothing to being something out there. And I'm not the most popular person, I'll admit that, but I've gotten enough work that I'm comfortable with it. So that if I see a project, I'm now at the point where I'm like, I will only apply for a project if I really want to do it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's going to probably do it. If you guys want to come back next, are we doing more French next Saturday? Is that cool?
Yes.
So, just a little.
Is your body ready?
My body is Reggie. Just a little thing I want to tell you that I did. I decided for Star Wars Day that I was going to watch the original Star Wars in French.
Good idea.
And oh boy, the acting.
The whole, especially I guess the whole movies, the voice acting must have been like, yeah, no.
The guy who, let me just say, the guy who did Han Solo in French, he's a character.
Yeah?
Hmm?
Are you watching like the Quebec French or like the French French?
I don't know what it is because the DVD I have, I think, is the North American one, which I think is.
It's probably the Quebec one. Oh,
it
no.
might be the Quebec one. I'll have to play a sample for you and be like, is this Quebec French or is this is this like France French? It's not the European DVD, so it's the North American one. And with French being the second language option, it makes me think it is Quebec French.
Oh, no.
Remember when we first started talking and you're like, oh, Quebec accents are cute. Now you're just like, I hate this.
I wanted to make you feel good.
And I'm like, you don't have to lie to me. Every French person I've talked to says, please don't speak Canadian French to me.
It's cute, but yeah, avoid it if you can.
You're now at this point that I'm like, I can't stand this Zero guy and just cut back French. Me just saying bonjour instead of bonjour.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I learned all my life to go bonjour, bonjour, like
Bonjour.
that.
Bonjour.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Konnichiwa. Hola. Ni hao.
Now you're going into Japanese.
Yes. Kamsahamnida? I'm not sure.
Comment ça va?
Ça va et toi?
Elle n'est pas de France.
That's disgusting.
I don't speak no French. I speak American.
Oh no.
Celeste is legit the guy who smiles and frowns, the one recent meme before she's like, yeah, let's go. And then she's like, after, I don't know, Chief. They're saying you're a meme. My chat.
Nice.
Oh. Okay, well, this has been fun. I actually have to go because I have a Mother's Day thing to attend soon.
Alright, I'm gonna keep streaming. I'm gonna stream Monster Hunter World.
You're gonna do some Monster Hunter World? Hell yeah. You guys want to go watch that?
Do you have the game?
Of course I have it.
We could play it together sometime.
Yes, we should. I see you playing it all the time, and I'm like, but when you're playing it, I'm usually at work, so I'm like, I want to play Monster Hunter.
Well, stop working. Why aren't you quitting your job for me?
I knew the Yandere would come out.
Why? It's such a good game, Elo. You should definitely play it.
I have Master Rank. I've completed Iceborne.
Really?
On PS4.
Oh. I'm still a baby, so.
It's okay. I'm making the most wonderful raid message for you.
I'm scared.
All right. Well, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to hop off here in a moment. I'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. on the other site. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Don't say that.
I didn't say what site it was. I just said I'm going to be on the other site.
We don't know. I mean, I don't.
You don't know. You've never seen it.
No.
No, because you're a pure angel, right?
Yes.
You never talk about having people pee on you or pee on them. Never.
That's not sexual, okay?
All right. This raid's gonna happen. I'm signing off. See you guys later. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Maître. That's great. That's
You
great.
like that, didn't you? All right.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. I'll see you later, Celeste. I'm gonna sign out.
Yes, bye.